Good day, YouTube. Today is April 1st, 2023, and this is also a 2023 snapper. This is the brand new model. It's just out. Now I'm kidding you. It is April Fool's Day. So this is actually third video on this vintage snapper rear engine rider. Third and final. We're just gonna get some stuff finished up on it. And hopefully if it quits raining, we're going to just kind of do a test run on it, make sure it works good. And I'm going to haul this over to the Oregon coast for my dad. I'm going to let him test run it and make sure it works good for him. And then we'll just trade him out of it with some stuff he's got. So I've been working on this thing on and off there a little bit. Had some other things that we had to finish up as well. But this is just about done. So I just was cleaning up the air filter box. So I think the air filters are sitting over here on the table. I always try to buy a couple because it's, 2 or 3 or 6 or whatever. We're going to need them again, and they're cheaper by the, if you buy more than one, your price per each is cheaper. So let's get the air filter put on it. Let's see, that's going to go this way. And if I can see that, there it is. The studs. Oh, this better be right. I look so hard for these things. Yeah. Okay. Alright, I'm going to try to bend that gas tank bracket a minute. It's a little close. Still could be a little close. Wonder why. Wonder why it's so close. I don't know. But let's see if we can get the cover on it with it being so close without hurting anything. Well, you know what? This thing comes off. What am I fighting it for? I don't know. I don't know why I was fighting it so much. These filters were getting a little harder to come by now that this mower's getting a little older. Or the engine's getting a little older. The studs aren't exactly straight up. If you watch the other videos, I had to drill that new carburetor to fit that. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright. I found a couple of stainless steel 1/4-20 wing nuts for this because I only had one of the original nuts and they weren't going to match, so we used these. They're not brand spanking new, but they're pretty close. They are pretty close. So other things we've got done were put a choke cable on. I'll show that to you in a sec. And a throttle cable. Show that to you in a sec. And I took off the cover over the top of the deck and just kind of went through everything there and kind of put a spring in so the blade, the push, what do you call that thing? The thing you push forward with your feet locks the blade in and such. I had to kind of rig something, but it's working. It's working. Alright, let's put this gas tank thing back on. Yeah. Knock the junk out of it. There we go. All right, I'm going to bring you around and show you what I was working on the other side. Obviously, we got tires and wheels on the back. So this is what I did for a throttle cable. It's one of those universal jobby doos. I kind of like the style. Like so. Works pretty good. I don't like this too much, but if you get these things too tight, they don't work well. And I don't really see what it's going to hurt. So the choke cable, I drilled a hole and put it up here by the ignition switch. I think it's a good spot for it. It works good there. So, yeah, what the heck. So, I got the blade of the deck all the way down at the minute. So that's all the way up. And that works fine. Let's put the gas tank back in. I need to get one better clamp. One clamp wasn't doing too good. So let me grab that real quick. Oh, yeah. We kind of spilled some gas putting that back together, and I might have said "oh darn" a couple times, so you don't get to see any of that footage. So let's see if it'll start and run now. I think it's done. Let's see if it'll run. Well, chokage. A little chokage. Yeah. A little throttlage. I'm not really sure which direction is what. So we'll kind of go in the middle. Fire in the hole. Another quick carb adjustment. Little rinse. see if it'll engage the blade on almost an idle. Surging at idle, it's a different adjustment. That was the wrong way. This thing could be out of gas. I think it is out of gas. I've dropped that tank like 6 times. So it should just run out. That's cool. Hey, this thing is good to go, guys. So I'm going to put a bow on it, or what do you do with it? Put a fork in it? Something like that. And we'll call it done. I'll put some bunch of fuel in it and we'll do that whole deal. You know what? I've got a shut-off valve. I'm going to add a shut-off valve to that while that tank is empty. Because these are... Well, you can pull the tank off of these things pretty easy, but it'd be nice to have a shut-off valve on it. So I'm going to do that real quick. Other than that, we're going to call it done. Guys, this is the 3rd video on this machine. So if you haven't checked out the others, please do that. We drug this thing out from under a tree. It was at a buddy's house. He picked up a bunch of tractors. You know, he buys them by the gross. And he sells off the ones he doesn't want. So sometimes he has one in mind, and he has to get a few of them to get the one he wants. So he sells these off. He always makes me a good deal on it. And so I was able to pick this up, and we put her together. What did we spend on it? Just a quick accounting. Paid $75 for it. Put a $30 battery in it. Put a couple tires on it. $65, I think. We painted the rims and such. We had to put an air filter on it. They're probably like $10 a piece. You know, spark plug oil, that kind of thing. Choke cable and throttle cable are about $23, $24, something like that for both of those cables. Amazon purchase. Yeah. So again, I'm just going to throw a quick valve on that tank, put some more fuel in it. Just make sure the carburetor's happy. And we're going to load this up and deliver it when the weather gets a little bit better so we can test it out. Guys, thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing. Thumbs up, please, on the way out. And we'll catch you guys on the next video.